Okay, so for the sake of those who asked me to please finish up on the practical, all right, I'm a biology teacher, and trust me, every information you'll be getting here is a first class information. All right, so head on to Specimen J. Specimen J is a fresh fish. I know that we have different varieties of fish, right? We have tilapia, we have catfish, we have croaker, salmon, mackerel. So it depends on the one your school provided you with, please, right? It depends on the one your school provided you with, which you should work with. But for the sake of this class, I will assume to have tilapia fish. Okay, and tilapia is known as Tilapia spamani, a very strong fish that can adapt so well. All right, and since no particular species of fish was mentioned, so probably you might not be asked to make a full classification like this from kingdom, right, all the way to phylum class. You might not, but if you have the time, you can just learn one, right? No knowledge is a waste. And since no specific species was mentioned, you could just make use of the general information about fish, right? Identification is a fresh fish. Being a fresh fish, we should know that the habitat should be fresh water. Okay, and all fish, it doesn't matter the class of the fish, all fish belongs to the class Pisces, right? Pisces is the class for all the fishes that we have. Then the food, we know that is a good source of protein. Then some observable features, observable features is that you can see scales present, fins present, streamlined body present, operculum present, tail fin present. I'm going to dissect this when I get to the drawing of this fish, so make sure you stay very close to me. Okay, now adaptation for aquatic life. What are the things that this fish, this animal have that makes it to adapt to be able to live in water, that makes you and I not to be able to live in water, but these animals can live in water? So that is what we mean by adaptation for aquatic life. First of all, scale present. It has scale for protection, for protecting it from injury. All right, fins. The fins are for movement. We're going to see this in a very short while. Then it has a streamlined body for easy movement. Okay, that body that goes like this. Yes, that's what we call a streamlined body. Then it has the operculum. The operculum actually protects the gill. Okay, inside of the operculum is where you find the gill. So you can say operculum protects the gill. Okay, and the gill is the main respiratory organ used for respiration in the fish. Okay, I hope you're following. Yes, so the fish also have what we call swim bladder. It used for buoyancy. Buoyancy is to help the fish not to sink, to float, right? Then it also has eyes because it's a living thing. It's an animal. It has eyes for seeing. So what are the economic importance of fish? Food source, right? Protein is the main nutritional content of fish. It has as is a source of employment. People sell fish, fishermen, and all of that. Then also very important, we can use fish to produce fish oil, even fish meal for our animals. So this is now the main gist. This is the main gist. I can be almost 90% sure that you must draw a diagram of this specimen of a fish. All right, but don't worry, I'm going to break this down in a way that you will understand. See, your drawing is so important. Okay, it has a lot of mark attached to it. So first of all, the first thing you might be asked is you should make a diagram. Say you can be given a size. Maybe you might be asked to make maybe between 8 and 10 centimeter. 8 and 10 centimeter of this specimen. So the first thing you do is you get your ruler, you place it, and then you mark from 0 to 10. You can mark 0, then you mark 8, and then mark 10. Or it depends, they might say 10 to 12 centimeter. So you can just use your pencil and make a little mark and make a little mark. Why is this important? It will always guide you so that you don't make your drawing away from the size, right? Because what the examiner do when they get your script, they first of all get their ruler and they place it. If you're drawing, first of all, didn't meet the size you were asked to, you've already started failing. You've already started failing. Oh, don't say educator Ada didn't tell you this secret. All right. Now, when you are drawing a fish, these are the important features. See, for each of these features, right, we are going to mark it. All of them have a mark. Is that okay? Now, a fish has a mouth. Look at the operculum I was telling you, right? This is that part that you can open, then you see that red thing we call the gills. So the operculum there, then a fish have what we call fin. It has many fins. Remember I told you that the fin help the fish to move. Okay, so this one above it, like the back, right, of the fish is called the dorsal fin. What did I call it? The dorsal fin. Then you see the one, the tail. The one at the tail region is called the caudal fin, the caudal fin of the fish. Then this one below here is called the anal fin. Is that okay? Just anal for anus. Just use that to remember it. And then this one here, we call it the pelvic fin. The pelvic fin. Then you see this one inside of here, we call it the pectoral fin. The pectoral fin. Then you see this line I have drawn, okay, that runs through. It's called a lateral line. Lateral line. And then you see this other one I made like a small, kind of indentation inside. It's called the scale of the fish. Now, what are the importance of some of these features that I haven't mentioned? I said scale is for protection, fin is for movement, operculum protects the gill, which is for respiration. Is that okay? Then the lateral line, this helps the fish to detect vibration inside of water. When the water moves, it tells the fish that probably a bigger predator is coming to run from danger or anything. So that is the work of this lateral line. Another thing you should take note of, you can see the way I have labeled. Please, I beg you in the name of God, I made use of my ruler when labeling. Make sure that your guidelines are pointing to each of the particular part of the fish you are trying to label, right? You don't want to label operculum and then you are pointing, your line is not touching, it's not pointing at that structure, okay? Your lines are crossed like this, you cross your line, no, there is no crossing of line. If there is no space for you, you can just, use your pen, your ruler, make this, and then make sure that you either go right or you go left. Is that okay? So these are the things we are going to look out for when we are marking. And you can see, I tried my possible best to make sure that, each labeling start, each guidelines almost stop in the same place. Look at it, each guideline almost stop, and then the labeling comes just right after it, right? So these are the tricks, the secrets you should know when you are drawing. And finally, don't forget the view, your title, the title of your diagram. Most times fish, you'll be drawing the lateral view. That's that view that face like this. Okay, you see, I said lateral view of a tilapia fish. You might draw catfish, I don't know. If you're drawing catfish, you can say lateral view of a catfish. So most times the drawing of fish comes in the lateral view. Yes, this is the lateral view of a fish, right? I hope this has helped somebody. Don't forget, I'm rooting for you. There is nothing to this. I trust you. Just make sure you go over the video over and over again. And I can't wait to celebrate your success. So, and if you love what you see, you love my teaching, please kindly do well to make sure you subscribe to my channel, share it to your friends, right? Those people that are stranded, that don't know, how to even begin about their practicals, and then give me a thumbs up. And most importantly, I will love to hear from you, so you can drop me 1 or 2 comments. Until I see you in the next specimen analysis, keep studying and all the best. I love you. Thank you.